When you first do this mission, it does seem like a straightforward mission, but it has a bit of a twist. The duel will be in Annesburg, but it has one of 3 possible spawn locations. In this video, we're going to go through all 3 approaches you can have for all different locations. I'll also give you my stealth routes that I use for all 3 of these locations, which I just find a bit more interesting and challenging to do than just running in and blasting it up. But it also gives those of you who have lower levels a fighting chance because you can see exactly how I navigate through. To do this mission, you'll need 15 caps to do it on standard, 20 on hard, and 25 if you want to do it on Ruthless. If you're looking for either all the Capitali locations and all the missions, or you just want the fastest strategy that I have to make Capitali, I'll put links in the description as well. Completing this on Ruthless will unlock the Annesburg Cap for you to purchase from Madame Nazar, and it will cost you 190 cash for each colorway. Just to quickly cover the pay structures in these missions for those of you who are new. The way it works is you get more money the longer it takes. This is capped at 30 minutes. That said, between the 5 to 10 minute mark you get an additional increase for every incremental gain that you get, and this tails off after the 10 minute mark. I usually wait personally around the 12 minute mark if I'm trying to grind out cash and gold, as you'd be better off starting another mission as that would be more efficient. It's also worth noting that you'll get the same amount of gold in Ruthless, Standard and Hard in these missions, but you'll get higher increase in cash payouts. So as I said at the start, there are 3 possible spawn locations for the chests in the game, and once you actually start the mission, it's going to be that no matter if you die or not. So if you have to respawn, it's going to be in the same place again. But if you want to find out in the round where it's going to be, you can just go to this location here and you'll find a note on the table. When you read the note, it will narrow down the search area, and once you know where all the locations are, you'll know exactly where it is. So we're going to start with the first one, which is the easiest one, and it's shockingly easy. You can easily get in and out without being detected in about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on where you spawn in. If you spawn in on the west of Annesburg, you can just follow this route here and then cut down where I cut down. It can be kind of tricky and you can come off your horse from time to time, but when you get to the railway tracks, just make your way onto the beach and then work north up until you get just behind the railway station. So when you get to the railway station, just make your way to the south side of it and kind of follow the path that I'm doing here. This just avoids some of the guards that could possibly see you. So work your way up exactly here behind the cart, which will shield you from a guy up on the ledge, and then you want to come just over here and make your way up towards the sheriff's office. When you get close enough to the sheriff, he will trigger an animation where he'll start walking north up Annesburg. So you just want to get kind of close and just crouch, make sure you don't make too much noise, and you start walking. Now once he starts walking, all you have to do is hop the sandbags. Don't worry about the guy sitting down, just stay crouching. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not, but you can literally just walk right up to the door, you don't need a key, and kick it in, and he does not care. So just make sure you loot the loot box right here. You'll normally get a pocket watch or some sort of jewelry, and then you can just grab the jewel. It's pretty simple. Now since this was the first location we camped to, there isn't a train, but a train is going to come from Van Horn up here, and that'll just make it a little bit different, but it's the same strategy. Once you leave the sheriff's office, now you just want to go straight to the wagon that you came from. This just avoids some of the eye line from some of the guards, so they won't see you. Once you make your way down here, you can hear the train coming, but once you come here, just run to your horse, get on your horse, and that's pretty much it, more or less. You don't really want to ride too close to where the train is, so that's why I came down here and then just kind of jumped into the water and rode up along the water. I'm not sure exactly if you have to go this far out, but I did just to make sure. Once you make your way out of Annesburg, there's actually a really fast way to get up. Just stick onto the railway track. That should pretty much take you the entire way there. You just want to get off just before you get to where the waterfall is. There's just a little bridge for the tracks, and that's just where you get off, and that's it. There's a couple of things I'd like to add to this. One is, I'm not sure if that's a bug that you can just kick the door right beside him, but if it is, what you need to do is get the key. Find this lovely little area here just behind the sheriff's office where you can walk north up Annesburg. This can help you track the sheriff and get to him easily if he goes to the left up here, but sometimes he will go to the right. If he does go to the right, he'll go into this little house over here and make himself nice and secluded for you to take him up. Just loot the key off him and then you'll be able to open the door over there. As I said, I'm not sure if it's a bug or not, so at least now if it is a bug, you know how to get the key. And if the train is there, you can do the exact same thing, just use the train for cover and cross over the carriages if you want. The next location can be a little bit more difficult stealth wise. You just want to go up the beach like we did before, but this time you want to stop outside this building just over here. If you get close, you'll hear the foreman talking to one of the workers, and if the jewel is in his office, he'll tell you the jewel's in his office. He'll also tell you that the door is kind of sketchy and it can easily go in with a good solid kick. What I like to do here is take out this guy right here, and that's because there's a chance the foreman might come down to do some inventory down here, and if he does, you can just kill him and take his key for his office. It is possible he won't come down and he'll just walk back up the building, but again, you can just kick in the door like you could with the sheriff's office. But once you got everything you need from this area, you want to take a wide berth around Annesburg and run up this way. I really go a long way just to make sure that nobody will see me. But once you come to this area here, just run up the slope and just watch out for the guards just above you. Sometimes they patrol up and down. But just make your way over here to where the rocks are, so just kind of hug the wall as much as you can. And you're mainly just watching out for that guard, especially on Ruthless mode. You're just watching out for that guard on the top right, because he likes to patrol up there. But once it's safe to go, like when he's smoking a cigarette or something, just hop in here, then hop over here. You don't want to go too far out or that guy over there will see you. I usually take him out. I'm not sure if he patrols. I don't think he does patrol, but I usually take him out just in case. Now you can just go through this door and straight down. For some reason here, I think I jumped the wall. I think I was checking out something I was checking out where the sniper was or something. You can kind of see him up there on the tower. So you can just stay inside. I probably would rather stay inside as opposed to coming down this way, because when you don't have enemies on the mini-map, like, you'd rather kind of keep as much between them and you as possible. So anyway, when you're back in the house, just make your way back down. You will be able to kind of scout this around. You'll see that one cop there. When you're coming down here as well, make sure you stick to the left. I was able to do it here because I knew the sniper wasn't looking at me, but stick to the left side instead of the right hand side. And then when you come down, you can take out that guard easily. That shouldn't have any repercussions. The next guard can be a bit difficult. It depends if there's an employee close enough. If there is, you might have to wait for him to move. If there's no employee, you can just take him out easily. Then just make your way down to the office on your right here. You can just see the door. As I said, if you have the foreman key, you can just unlock it, but there doesn't seem to be any problem just kicking the door in. Inside you'll find the chest with the jewel, and that's it. Just make your way out the way you came in and then just head to the north gate over there. I think I went and killed a few guards just for the sake of it, but once I got onto my horse, that was it. I was easily able to just ride away and no alerts. There can be a bit of a random aspect to where the employees spawn inside that main building, but as long as you use the route that I use, you should be able to deal with whatever happens inside. The last spawn location is inside the mine, and it's probably the most difficult of all the spawns, I think. I spent a long time trying to do this on 100% stealth on Ruthless mode, but unfortunately there's too many guards surrounding the chest at the end, so unfortunately you'll only be able to get so far before you're gonna have to pull out the guns. Let's come to this point here, which is in the top of the southern mine entrance, and then just make your way down here. There will be a guard up there on the building, but as long as you're crouching, he shouldn't be able to see you. So just make your way into the mine, and on the right hand side you'll find one guy having a nice little read of the paper. Just make him finish his paper. Then just follow the route that I'm coming down here. Now there is one patrolling guard in here, and that's what I'm watching out for. I want to see where exactly he is. I can just make out where he is, and I think standing exactly where I am here is the best. Unfortunately, if you crouch behind that crate that's on the right hand side of the screen, he'll actually see you through the crate for some reason. So I usually just wait here until I can see him, and there you can see him on the screen. And once he pops there, I can come down here and I can easily take out the guy in the detonator, and I'll have lots of time now to pick off the walking one. We'll just take him out, and then I'll stalk the one that's patrolling. I've started to grow quite fond of the tomahawk, as it will get them down in one shot, and sometimes when you're doing this a few times you might miss an arrow and that'll just ruin the entire thing. There is another lad over here who's having a little bit of a read, and there's probably no reason to take him out, but I don't think I've done this one time without taking him out. So once he's out, you can move down here. You can easily get to this guy and crouch Of course you can use a bow as well, which would be a lot easier. I just like to use my knife when I have it. From here you just want to go down this passage down here and you will come across a guy on the right hand side. I don't really want to speed this up because it can get kind of confusing inside these mines. But you'll find one guy over there on the left and one guy on the right. We'll take out the guy on the right because the guy on the left is being watched by another person. There's actually a lot more guards when you're playing on Ruthless mode, and that's why we're actually taking a lot of these out quietly. Because especially if you're lower level and you're inside here trying to deal with these guys, there is a lot of them and they will take your health off very fast, and it can be hard to kind of figure out where they're coming from and stuff like this. So then we just make our way up here, and I think we just saw him patrolling there on the left, so we know that he's gonna come up around this side. I decided to speed it up just a little bit because I waited maybe about 20-30 seconds for him, and then when he came up I just took him out with the tomahawk. If you're coming in guns blazing, coming in the north entrance can be a little quicker just to get in, because the jewel itself is in the north chamber. You can easily see the chamber on the map, and it's just in the north chamber. So once I have that guy taken out, I make my way down here. There's a guy on the right up there, and the other guy I want to get to is just down here. So I just make my way slowly over here, and I can see him on the right hand side there. So I can take him out comfortably enough. And then I'll take out the other guy up here. Now I know I won't be able to take out all of the guards quietly at the main chamber, but I am just thinning out the herd in here, because there is going to be a lot of guards funneling in here afterwards, so it's kind of good to just take out a few of them. It's also good to make sure that you have a lot of tonics. If you have tonics, make sure you're tonicked up to help you get out. I actually don't have the best of loadouts here. I have a cattleman revolver. I have just the one. I thought I had dual wielding, but unfortunately there seems to be a little bug every now and again where I just have the one when I do a mission. So this is where I've tried to take out one inside, but they all see each other, so once that happens you're just gonna have to shoot in. But these two guys over here are protecting the jewel, so just take those guys out and then take out that guy, which I was struggling to get the shot off on him there. This is why a shotgun would be a really good gun to have with you inside here. Once you have a bit of breathing room and there's no one shooting at you, you can go and get the jewel. I for some reason decided to go for the jewel while I was being shot at. I thought maybe I was protected, but I was still taking a few shots. I'm actually a little rusty here on the free aim on the controllers, so I do miss a few shots, and if I had dual wielding it would be a lot better to kind of get them off. But using painted black will let you target and does help out a lot to get those headshots if you need them. As I said, using a shotgun down here would have probably been a lot better a choice. I just like dual wielding the cattleman for the sake of the update. Once I got the jewel, I made my way all the way south in the mine. I decided here to try out the detonator, but I think it actually did more harm than good. It doesn't actually kill that many enemies, and I think it just brought them all up this way. So I tried to come out this route first, and unfortunately you're going to have a lot of enemies to deal with, so if you have tonics, now is definitely a good time to take them before you go out. But whatever door they're rushing you in, it's just a lot easier then to go for the opposite door. So now I'm made my way up to the north door. A lot less guards up here because they're all coming in the south at the moment. So then when you get out, just go left and then hang to the wall. Make sure you're keeping an eye on your health. It's not elegant, but it will get the job done. Just make your way north and keep just picking off the few enemies that are there. I forgot to mention about there's a sniper out there that you kind of want to watch. He's just on top of the tower. You'll hear a noise every time he's about to shoot you, so just keep an eye out for him. But that's it. I would suggest that you go up by the railroad tracks as opposed to the road that I'm doing now. This was one of my earlier attempts. But going up by the road, you are going to run into an ambush. So if you just stick by the railway tracks, it's a lot faster and it's a lot easier. I know this is a bit of a longer video, but I just wanted to make sure that no matter what random spawn you got, you knew how to handle it. The way I tackle this mission as well is the way I laid it out in the video. So I start at the sheriff's office. If it's not there, I'll make my way over to the foreman's office, and if it's not there, I'll make my way into the mine. this video helped you out, and if you have any tips, tricks, or comments on this mission, why not let me know below in the comments as well. Really appreciate all this support that has been shown to me, and a massive thanks as always to the members. You guys are amazing. That's it. I'll catch you in the next video.